market stall had been her whole world since she was 12 years old. Every morning she arranged the roses her mother had taught her to tend, red ones, always red, and waited for the day to begin. He came on a Tuesday. He didn't browse. He walked straight to the bucket, picked up a single rose, and paid double the price without blinking. And when he looked at her, something shifted in the world. His name was Eli, and from that morning, nothing was ever quite the same. They were luminous together. He strung fairy lights across her rooftop garden. She pressed a rose between the pages of a book and gave it to him on a rainy afternoon. They moved through the city like people who had found the one thing they hadn't known they were looking for. But in the background, watching from the edges of every shared evening, was Dom, Eli's closest friend. He smiled at all the right moments. He raised his glass at every toast, and behind his eyes, something cold had been growing for a long time. Dom had been planning it carefully. He forged Eli's signature on a failed business loan, one taken out months before Eli and Mara had ever even met, and quietly routed the debt collectors to Eli's name. Then he fed Eli the whispers, carefully timed, carefully placed. Small things at first, then larger ones, then the kind that lodge in the chest and won't come out.
She's gone. Look at you. Absolutely miserable. I told you she'd break you.
Eli never asked Mara her side. He believed it all. He left a single wilted rose on her doorstep one night in the rain and disappeared without a word. Mara found it in the morning and stood in the doorway for a long time, not understanding why her world had just ended. The letter Dom had meant to send to Eli arrived at Mara's door instead. She read it once. She understood everything instantly. She didn't call Eli. She knew he wouldn't believe her. She didn't confront Dom. That wasn't the kind of person she was. Instead, she sold the stall, her mother's stall, every bucket, every shelf, every pressed flower in her ledger book. She went to the lenders directly, presenting herself as a third-party guarantor, never giving her name, never mentioning Eli. She paid the forged debt in 3 installments over 4 months, living on almost nothing. Then she packed her apartment. Before she left, she retrieved the book she had given Eli. It had been left outside his door in the rain. She pressed one final rose between the pages. On the inside cover, in her handwriting, she wrote a single line: "It was always real." She left the book with his landlord. She never knew if he read it. Then she got in a cab, and she left the city, and she didn't look back. He went to Dom. Dom, caught completely off guard, reached for anger instead of denial, and in that anger, he said too much. He referenced the forged signature with the precision only a forger could have. He spoke about the debt collector's timeline with the confidence of someone who had set it in motion. Eli didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. He had been recording the conversation from the moment he walked in. He sent the recording, the forged signature comparison, and the lender's records to every professional contact they shared. He didn't shout about it. He didn't post about it. He simply sent the documents and walked away. Dom's reputation collapsed, quietly and completely, the way a wall does when you remove the one stone holding everything together. Finding Mara took 3 weeks. She had built a new life and hadn't left a trail, not to hide, but simply because she had moved forward and hadn't looked back. She didn't hear him approach over the sound of the wind. When she turned and saw him standing there, holding a single rose, full and red and whole, she didn't speak. She looked at the rose for a long moment. Then she smiled. Not the smile of someone who had forgotten everything that had happened, the smile of someone who had survived it and was still here, and decided that was enough.